No, first of all, we can argue about where we agree or not on what was said. What I think that we need to wake up to is something that the parliament I preside over woke up to last June. And that is a sense of citizens wanting their politicians to do better, to do more, to be faster, to be more responsive, not to place them in ideological pigeonholes, and for them to know that their elected representatives are working for them and not the other way around. Might sound simplistic, but country by country, we see that this is what people feel when they go to vote. And again, I base everything I say on the fact that we are elected and that my people elected me to continue to serve them, just like my 719 colleagues were elected to serve the people that they represent. And we have a job to do. And the first job is to see where we went wrong, how we could do better. What does unity mean? Because everybody says we need to be more united. As I said earlier, just because we have different views does not mean that we are weak. We treasure what Europe is and what it has produced and where it has been and where we can be. Can we do much more? Absolutely. Are we looking at, from a competitiveness point of view, besides democracy, that we are losing races? Of course. Are we being tasked with looking at our legislative framework, our democratic framework, and seeing where things could be better? Absolutely. Do we have media freedom that is being attacked in some countries more and more every day? Yes. We set up the so-called democracy shield because we were really worried before last election as to the kind of interference that could be seen from outside influences. But, again, it's our responsibility to fight back. And my response to the general, what is Europe going to do, is that let's see where we can do better and let's be self-confident when we say it. Because the worst that we could do as a continent is look inwards and blame each other. We tend to do that in the European Union. And that's not what will make us better. What will make us better is being to seriously able, with our democratic systems, compete. That we can be around tables where decisions are taken. That we are going to offer solutions rather than drag people down. That we are going to be the first ones to say, look, Venezuelans living in Spain. I met with the president of the Madrid region and said, you know, one of the most successful, let's say, integration we met in Madrid at Mundo has been with Venezuelans who live in Spain and the Madrid region. And that is something that we have to look at and use as opportunities of saying, look, Europe stepped up. Europe also has stepped up, by the way, in terms of humanitarian aid in Venezuela. Since 2018, we've had over 443 million euros of aid going to support the democratic forces. So I think that we need, and I would like you to leave this conference with a sense of understanding that, yes, Europe is looking at itself going, you know, can we spend more on defense? Of course. Can we do more in terms of supporting democracy? Can we make sure that we are serious about when we say we're going to enlarge? Can we look at our citizens and say we are going to deliver for you so that when I present myself as a candidate again in 2029 to my citizens, I'm not going to be able to tell them, listen, I delivered on this but not on the rest because, you know, we were busy with other things. Our citizens don't want that anymore. They want things to happen now, and they want their lives to be a little bit fairer, their lives to be a little bit safer, their lives to be a little bit more prosperous. And that's something that Europe, I would say, is awake for, but now we need to deliver, and that's my job, and I take it on my responsibility.
It's clearly one of the bigger questions coming out of this conference is what is Europe going to do?